In terms of numbers, profitability, and the time invested, how much of, say for instance, the average of the 200 GCI that your agent makes comes from your business versus from his own or her own?
I'd say about half of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been doing this for 12 years. I did only that in my life, started at 18 years old. So I've been knocking doors since 12 years.
Do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
In MAGOG, so it's not big, So if you stick around long enough,
people are going to know you.
They're going to know you if you do well.
If you do well. Well, that's somebody said to me. In fact, one of my first real estate mentors, David Knox. It was video cassette, DVDs.
Wow.
And he's saying in real estate, you just need to be there. You don't even need to be good. If you're there, people call it. If you're good, well, then then you get to stay in the business. Yesterday, I had a friend of mine from Chicago, Tony Minadero. He is a broker. He was with RE/MAX. He's now with EXP. The conversation, not so much in the fact that he switched agencies, because that's something we can touch on.
Yeah.
However, it's more in his interpretation of what success is, of what it actually means to run a team. And, if you're willing to have an open conversation with me, I'm going to challenge some of the, I guess, thoughts about what it means, what it actually brings, what it costs. I see you do a lot. I'm worried a little bit about you. And I'm telling you,
it's a good sign.
As an older brother sort of thing. Want to make sure to steer in the right direction.
Yeah.
And qu'on travaille un peu sur l'envers de la médaille, that we work on,
sure.
What's on the other side of the curtain. So let me start by asking you, how many people do you have in your team?
So we are 7 right now.
And who is that comprised of? How many people are in admin? How many people are agents?
So we have 2 full-time assistants. Mm-hmm. We have 2 home stagers.
What does that mean?
So every time we get a listings, what we do is that we have 3 forfait. We have 3
packages.
3 packages, right? One of them includes a home staging with a real home stager. So she goes there. We have a whole warehouse with stuff in it, and we pass stuff to the clients. So we have 2 in-house home stagers, and then we have 6 brokers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 6 brokers.
Yeah.
6 agents.
Yeah, 6 agents.
Other than you.
Other than me.
Other than the 2 home staging people.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
And who else do you have an admin?
2 assistants.
2 assistants. Okay.
Yeah, one for the sale, one for the...
So you're at 11 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish. And my father helps a lot, like your father too.
Yeah. What does your father do?
He goes put some signs sometimes,
Okay.
He's in the team. The spirit is there. So I love him. He helps me.
Oh, good. Well, that's good. So shout out to Papa.
Rinaldo,
was he also in real estate?
Yeah, he was in real estate. Now he's kind of retired, but he did a lot of sales and buys.
Awesome.
Not a broker, but...
How old are you?
30.
30.
Yeah.
Awesome. Kids? No.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I see that you're posting something in MAGOG, a house that you're building. Is that your house that you're building?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm building my first home.
Awesome.
So, very proud of it.
Yes.
I've been working on that for 2 years with the city, with the permits and everything. And now it's going to get done at the end of the month.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So out of your 6 agents, how many of them work with both buyers and sellers, or do they all work with buyers and sellers?
Everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you recruit your agents?
Well, it's kind of like a special thing because the people that are, trying to reach me are young.
Yeah.
And they're mostly new, I don't have a lot of experienced brokers coming to see me. I have one, he's 60 years old. He's amazing, but besides that, they're all young. They're all they want to, I don't know, they see me doing the social media.
Yeah.
And they're like,
they
I want to do
want
that.
some of that. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a team leader other than you? Like a team manager?
Not now. I'm looking to it. But for now, I want leaders. I want all of them to be leaders. So that's how I see it. Because you need to be the leaders in my team. Even if I'm the team captain, I want all leaders. I don't want people that are dependent on leads and everything. They're not with me for the leads. They're with me for the leadership and the values.
Okay. Right now, how long have these people been with you?
I started my team in like 3 years ago, just before pandemic. So there's people that are there since 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. And what does an average agent in your team earn in terms of GCI?
I would say, like for his part, around 200,000.
That one guy and the other ones?
It's pretty much like average.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the average is 200.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Awesome. So out of the 6, they're all hitting about 200,000.
Yeah, there's some brand new ones that are not hitting that.
Okay.
Because it's normal, right?
Yeah.
And now COVID is gone. So we'll see how we adjust.
Okay.
But the last 2 years, that was pretty much it.
What about this year? How are you doing this year versus last year?
We're doing great. A lot of changes, right? I had a big boat to like turn. But I would say I see like a 30% drop.
Okay, which is, I was having the conversation with Tony, was the same in Chicago.
Yeah.
So coming back to Tony, this is what it is. So Tony was a branch manager, if you want, in terms of mortgages. He then took over the leadership of a real estate brokerage, has his real estate license, and knows the business inside and out. Knows what it means to be on stage with a trophy of X amount, but knowing what the flip side of it. And also knows what's important to him. So let me ask you, what's important to you? What do you define your success as?
Before it was the trophies.
Yeah. Before when? It was like yesterday? Or?
When I was with Remax.
Okay.
Because that was my ambition, you know. I saw people like George, people like George Bardagi, right, with big trophy. And I was like, someday I'm going to be there, you know. Yeah. And then I got the trophy I wanted. And now I was like, what's next, you know? Because you hit that big thing and then you're like, this is not the challenge anymore, you know? It's not motivating me now, so I need something else. So, and then, you know, a lot of people, I met a lot of people last year and we made the switch to EXP and I see a different side.
Culture.
Yeah. And I'm not about trophies anymore. I want to perform. I want to be the best in my area, but I don't have the same goals.
What's your midterm or long-term vision for the De Santis team in your area?
So I wanted to start my agency. I took the DA course.
Yeah.
But then I saw the model, the XP model, and it's like, hey, why would you want to deal with OACQ that are is very, very strict? I think we are the strictest in like the world.
Well, I don't know about the world, but probably in North America. Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay, so am I going to Florida? Am I going to do other stuff? I speak English. I speak a couple languages. I could go and do good, I think, somewhere else. But my team is here. You know, they need me. They're 20, 25. So I want to build like a good team around MAGOG, around Sherbrooke, Eastern Townships, and just help the most people we can. That's it.
Fair enough. In terms of numbers, profitability, and the time invested.
Yeah.
How much of, say, for instance, the average of the 200 GCI that your agent makes comes from your business versus from his own or her own?
I'd say about half of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've been doing this for 12 years. I did only that in my life, you know, started at 18 years old. So I've been knocking doors since 12 years.
Do you still do it?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
In MAGOG, so it's not big, you know. So if you stick around long enough,
people are going to know you.
They're going to know you if you do well.
If you do well. Well, that's somebody said to me. In fact, one of my first real estate mentors, David Knox. It was a video cassette, DVDs.
Wow.
And he's saying in real estate, you just need to be there. You don't even need to be good. If you're there, people call it. If you're good, well, then you know, then you get to stay in the business.
Yeah.
But by being
there.
Yeah, be there.
Be present.
It's a lot of cost that you're supporting.
Yeah.
The office, the publicity, the truck, the events, the marketing, and so on and so forth. That's number one. Number two, the team looks up to you.
Yeah.
What's your implication in their files?
So I tried to be more, you know, I was looking on the business and not in the business. Like, don't be on and look at it. But what I see is that brokers, they want me to be there. You know?
Of course.
So I've been for months like doing my own stuff and getting appointments here and there. but they want me there. They want me grinding. They want me to do calls, and this is what makes them do it.
Sure, of course.
So that's what I realized, you know, and say, oh, you know what? I need to be at my office in the pain cave and just call clients.
The pain cave.
This is how I call it, you know,
great,
because
we also have a room like that.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So I'm like in my office, I do my stuff. I do my numbers. I call the people I need to call. I do the videos I need to do. And if I do that and they see it and they really want to do real estate, I think they're going to stay and they're going to do well.
What are you looking to generate GCI total for the team, let's say 2023?
Total, I would say around a little bit short of 2 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you figure would be the part that goes to the team? About half?
Maybe half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit less than half.
Okay.
But because new brokers.
Yeah, they take less. Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to get them in the boat and just you know. But I see long term.
Okay, but now this term, so
short term, around 2 million.
Around 2, about or a little more than half to you. Yeah. What's your total operating expense and everything you figure in percentage of the business?
At least 35%.
At least 35%.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's not 40.
If it's not 40. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ish.
Yeah. Okay. Which is still fantastic numbers for the time that you spend, the work that you do. And then obviously you have your income tax and you have this, you have that. So it's not all.
Yeah. I think the 30 rule is pretty on point. It.
Yeah.
But it depends, you know. We knew that this year was
going to be a tough year.
But I see brokers that they're doing even better.
Sure.
Like 2 million, now they're at 2.5.
Sure.
I'm like, wow, you know.
And why do you think that is?
I think they just stay consistent.
Yeah.
And they just focus on the, you know, like the rule of thumb, calls, appointments.
So back to basics.
Back to basics,
consistency, and not listen to the naysayers of market sucks, it's difficult. Because at the end, there's always somebody who needs to sell, somebody who needs to buy.
Ryan Seren said the same thing.
Hey, you coming to Elevate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
I spoke to Seru Janis.
He's coming.
He told me I'm going to make you meet Ryan on it. Let's go.
Very nice.
So Ryan said it's been 100 years, ups and downs in the market.
Always.
So
it is what it is. Nothing's going to change.
Nothing new.
So you ride the storm, if even that, or you see an opportunity to expand.
Yeah.
As the team is going to grow, there comes a point where the agents in your team or the brokers in your team gain enough experience, enough momentum that, well, one of three things happen. Either they become really, really good and they say, well, you know what, I don't really need Sacha, right?
Ciao.
Either they sort of find a happy place where they're good at what they do. They don't want to do it on their own. Yeah. Yes, they stay for the leadership and they become reliable, right? So that's the best case scenario.
Like that.
Yeah. Or they start slowly and gradually doing less and expecting more.
Not motivated.
That sweet spot in the middle is a spot that, it's a sort of a golden spot. It's maybe the few and far between. It is sustainable. It's very rewarding. Do you manage your team or do you lead your team? I'm talking about your agents.
I lead them.
Okay. And who manages them? Who follows up with them?
One of the assistant.
Okay.
Is doing that pretty much on a basis, you know, like every day.
She holds them accountable?
Exactly.
Okay.
And what I said to them is that I'm not your coach. There's real estate coaches as well, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't have the time to be relate on everyone with their numbers because I'm on the land too, sur le terrain.
Yeah.
I'm on there, I'm grinding.
You're in the field, you're in the trenches.
Exactly. If I had 90 brokers, maybe I would say, okay, you know what?
I only do this.
But now I'm generating the lead, the seller. I'm going there. I get appointments. I get the listings. They can work on that. They can do house, like open houses. So I need to be there. So they understand that I'm not 100% there and saying, hey, Sebastian, how can I help you today and the other day? I mean, they know it. I think the important stuff is to be there when it counts and they can count on you. Yeah. You know, even if you're not there.
Well, they can count on you to do what it is that you need to do.
Exactly.
And then vice versa. Do you have any KPIs, any key performance indicators with your agents that you can measure other than, well, how much they've generated at the end of the year, like on a monthly basis or quarterly or?
With like stuff that works for them?
Well, just simply things that they need to do. Like, do you have check-ins?
Yeah, every day. Every day they need to, I have like a template that I did. How many calls did you make? Okay. How many appointments did you do? How many happy birthdays did you wish, in like Facebook or anything else? How many like, evaluation you did? So visits. So at the end of the week, we know what worked or not. Okay. Because if you don't tweak it every day or every 2 days, it's kind of hard to know, like this week, what did you do? But now every day you're like, it's like going.
So you've broke it down to the different components of it, and you check in with the basics every day.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, you compile that information. Do you have a sit down maybe to establish strategies? Do they do any of their own publicity?
They can. On the sign, there's me and there's them.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that, So I let them do their stuff. I don't mind because I think they need to
see themselves.
Yeah. I think this is today.
Sure.
They want, and this is the thing, you want to, personal branding is everything, I think. And if your personal branding is not there, you're only getting half of it.
You don't have the full motivation. Understood.
Yeah. Exactly. That's what I think. And even for me, like when I'm with an agency, okay, perfect. I'm with an agency, but I want an agency that I can be on the forefront.
Sure. Well, there's a flip side to that, and I try to remove myself from the whole argument, but to look at both sides and say, well, you can be on the forefront, but when you call somebody and say, hey, if they don't know you, say I work for whatever company that is not as well known, then there's maybe more work to do.
For sure.
So the other company, whether Remax or whatnot, that they spend millions and millions, they know who you are.
Exactly.
So there's two sides to matter.
There's always two sides, and I do a lot of calls. Yeah. And sometimes, when I was with or maybe a most known agency in Quebec,
Remax.
I call, and like you're the fifth
Remax guy.
Well, okay,
good.
It's not good. It's not. You have arguments you can say after that. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to be the last and everything.
Meaning that because everybody, like you're saying, that EXP becomes I guess sort of an angle to play that makes
maybe
you
for
unique.
now, because one day maybe it's going to be bigger, like in the States.
They have 90,000 agents.
Incredible. So, but for now, there's maybe a timing saying because people wants to be their curiosity, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to pick their curiosity? So when you call and you're like, what's that? Then it's your ball.
Well, sure, exactly. It becomes the angle that you're the new kid on the block with, the new technology, the new agency.
Yeah.
And you have enough depth in your person I don't think that you would lose any business, or very unlikely, because you're not with Remax.
Yeah.
For an agent who's starting, however, I do hear it, because it's not just the experience. Any of the micro agencies makes it a little bit more difficult.
For sure, because we rely on that. It's like, hey, don't look at me, look at this, and then you can look at me and we'll make business. It's totally understandable,
It is. What's your biggest challenge right now?
Biggest challenge is to list at the good price. Because people
are still expecting prices. But okay, so specifically, what are your biggest challenges in, let's say, running your team?
To get them to not follow the trend that the market is hard and like everything's gonna fall apart and the recession is coming. So, I mean, because I'm like a positive guy, like I'm trying to be. Because it's even harder to be negative than positive.
I think so. We talked about that with a lot of people, and I think it's a common thread in people who succeed to keep a sort of eternal optimism. We'll figure it out. Let's just fucking go.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe sometimes it's dumb because there's always this positive guy even when the rocks are falling.
Sure.
But I mean, it's always how you see it, you know. So is it a good luck or bad luck, right? Like the market is crashing. Good.
Well, there's different opportunities, right?
Good.
Like you can have empathy with people. We're not happy that the market is crashing, but for sure, maybe it's an opportunity to help a different segment of people. In fact, there's something that we work on that I've been working on for years, and I think I don't know if you have that approach, but I think you would be really, really good. Is the whole segment of senior citizens, right?
Okay.
And there's a couple of reasons why I think that could really work for you. Number one, you show up sharp.
Thanks.
They like...
This is for you.
Well,
I know you like to
You're
suit
always
up.
like... I see. T'es toujours bien habillé. They like to see that,
Yeah.
right? So you show up sharp, you show up on time. I think that your intentions are very clear, that you want to help people out.
Yeah.
And senior citizens, they need to be guided. They want to sell their property. Most often, they don't have the challenge of, oh, well, what am I buying, right?
Yeah.
Or, the interest rates.
True.
They become, if you serve them well, they become your best ambassadors.
They're gonna
And
speak, yeah.
in MAGOG, I'm sure the population is not... Well,
It's very old.
it's very old.
It is.
So, maybe the Santis team have a specialized program for senior citizens. This is something that I did in Laval.
Yeah.
Made connections with... You have this?
Yeah,
Okay.
you told it like you said it. You need to show up.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we knock a door.
Yeah.
This guy, 81 years old, a surgeon.
Mm-hmm.
He bought his place for $50K in 71
Okay, I was going to say, yeah.
in a waterfront in Magog.
Wow.
We just listed.
For what,
5 million.
Wow. So that's a fucking story. So wait, hold on. For people who don't know, you don't wait to buy real estate. You buy real estate and you wait.
Exactly.
Okay.
This is the proof.
Now, enough real estate. Let me talk about you a little bit. What makes you tick? What makes you who you are? You didn't grow up thinking, hey, one day I want to be a real estate agent, did you?
No.
No.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like working in a restaurant,
Okay.
18 years old.
You come from a family that has entrepreneurs, or they're more...
My father.
Your father?
Yeah, my father, he's Italian,
Yes,
obviously.
Yes. Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so his father immigrated.
Yeah.
And then...
Where from in...
Campo Bas.
Campo Bas, okay.
See. Quillones, the little village.
Yes, yeah. The best.
Yeah, exactly. So they immigrated and they had no money. Like,
Yeah.
you know the story,
The story,
right?
sure.
7 brothers, sisters, no money.
Living in one house. And yeah, I got you.
Yeah, exactly. So he's the one who's like made it possible
For you.
You know, like the American dream.
the American dream.
Coming here in America and you have nothing, and then you grow something. So he had a couple of businesses. You know, he made some good moves and he worked hard. So I think it just translated to me that you know.
That's the upbringing that you had.
Yeah.
Have you had any adversity in your life that you feel has shaped who you are?
Yeah, with my father, first thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we had a lot of confrontation, you know.
Hot Italian blood, yes.
Italian blood, you
Yes.
know, like do
Okay.
this, do that, don't do that. No, I won't listen to you, but then you need you
Yeah.
need to listen.
Yeah.
So it started there, and then you know I was different pretty much all my life, you know, like in school and everything. So I knew I didn't want to study and everything. So I don't know, it just went normally, you know, real estate. And then I wanted to quit a couple times, had no results. I even called my father, I'm gonna quit. And he's like, before quitting, find something else and then quit, right?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't find anything else.
So you're still here.
So I'm here,
Yeah.
you know, with you.
Yes, awesome.
So that's great.
Where are you going to be in 10 years?
I think I want to be everywhere. Like I can move where I want to move. I don't want to be stuck in Quebec. Nothing against my country, but I don't see myself staying here. There's so many stuff outside Quebec,
Of course.
know? And the people, and people sometimes they forget that. They're so
Well, you don't know what you don't know.
exactly. But when you go, like, you know, we had like an event in EXP and we went to Vegas. We saw these amazing people. You're
From
like,
all over the world.
you're
Sure.
like, wow. I mean,
Okay.
there's more to it.
There's a lot of une fébrilité à ton excitement about, you know, what's to come, and that's refreshing. I think it's rewarding for the people that have the honor to be surrounded, you know, by you and that you by them.
Thanks.
Obviously, at this stage in your life, the world is your oyster.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you would like to accomplish as a man? Or have you given thought to that? And it's easy, when I say that, I don't mean it in a disparaging way.
Yeah.
It's easy not to have time to think.
Yeah.
Have
Yeah.
you given thought to what it is that you want to be as a man? What do you
Yeah.
want to accomplish?
I think I want to motivate people. This is how I get motivated.
By motivating other people.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings is when you show the path to somebody else, you light it for yourself as well.
Exactly. So, I mean, sometimes I'm not motivated, you know, because it comes and goes, right?
Does it?
Motivation.
Yeah.
I think it's like, you know,
What do you do when you have a slump in motivation?
this is when I need to drive.
Other people.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So I don't know if it's like, okay, so I'm not motivated. What would be the best thing to do? Maybe take an ice bath, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe it's going to help me.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I show people, I get an ice bath and they're like texting me back, hey, nice, you get ice. How did you buy it? Where did you buy this?
Which one do you have?
One of my friend did it. So it's like farm stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So you go online and just find stuff that
compressor.
cows... Yeah, find like cows thing to they drink water in that, you know, like the bassin.
Yeah.
So container, and then you buy something that can just reheat it. So it's not iced, but it's still very cold.
Got it.
It's gonna cost you like $400 everything,
As opposed to 6,000 for the ones they sell online.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you take an ice bath every day at the beginning of your day,
Oh no,
you're good.
You're good.
Nothing's gonna be worse in your day.
tell you what, one of my very good friends and somebody who's been instrumental in my life, Matt Dubruck, founder of CrossFit Laval.
Oh wow!
I'd like to put you in contact. We're going to have a breathing clinic and cold bath session in December.
Let's
I'm
do
going
it.
to invite you. It'd be great.
Thanks. I'll come.
You do CrossFit almost, I would say, on a daily basis at some form or other. That keeps you clearly fit.
Yeah. Thanks.
And I think that's important for the long run. Do you sleep well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm working out too late at night, if I get pre-workout and everything, it's a different story.
Well, that's what I was going to say, because I see you do these workouts at 8, 9, 10 o'clock. You can't be going to bed at 15 minutes later.
Yeah, and I have now I don't have any kids, so I know when I'm going to have kids, it's going to
change.
It's going to be 4 or 5 a.m. like you. You know, I see with your little espresso
every morning.
Every morning, I'm like, wow. But I mean,
but hey, that's fine. And I posted on that at 30. I was not waking up at 4:30. I was going to bed at 3. And not because I was dancing, because I was working.
You were working.
Yeah.
So it just different cycles.
There's
I'm just
seasons
delayed.
for everything.
Yeah.
Who are some of the people that are some of the mentors in your life that guide you presently?
So I was looking up when I was 18, 19 to other brokers, obviously. So Jimmy Arsenault, Georges Bardagy, you know, there were people I was like, every time I was seeing like visual, you know, I was like, wow. Because in 2012, 2013, videos were like,
no, exactly.
You know. So I even saw this podcast a couple years ago, and I was like, wow, this guy it's amazing. Like he's doing it very cool, you know.
Try to be a little different.
Yeah. So I was looking at that. Ryan Serrant, obviously. So, you know, and now David Goggins is someone I'm really looking for.
Yeah.
He's intense.
Row the boat. Who's going to carry the boat?
Who's going to carry the boat?
Who's going to carry
the logs?
And the logs. Yeah.
So
that gets you going. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I need some people like, I'm kind of intense. So I need some intense people.
Okay. And what tickles your cognitive curiosity? Do you enjoy art, reading? What do you like to do other than business and working out? I
enjoy a lot of things. Yeah. Like I play piano. I love cooking. But it's all stuff that...
At the same time?
Yeah, sometimes.
While he's doing burpees.
Let's do a story and, you know. But this is what I like, you know. But doing doing cooking and everything, or piano, if you're not professional, you're going to lose, you know, money at the end of the day. So for sure, I'm trying to elevate my hour, mon taux horaire, right? I think it's important. So this is why I'm doing it, but I try. My hobbies for now are secondary. You know, this is not what I'm going to do. Hobbies later on. Now, I don't feel the need to do it. So that's good for me now.
Sure. Friends?
No. Yeah, I have some good friends. But now, I mean, it's in the real estate.
No,
it's in the real estate, right? Because if they're not there, they're not gonna understand you. It's like athletes, you know. Like,
do you have a vision board? Do you set your visions? How? Like, it's on what? On a year?
It's on. I have a vision for like the end of the year, for the next year, and like a 5-year vision.
5-year vision. That's super important.
Yeah.
If I can go back when I was 30, I'd say, listen, you know, start looking in 5 years and in decades, because it goes by like this.
Yeah. That's true.
Things do evolve. There's no regret. I would say that to measure and to calibrate, it's true that our friends become who we hang out with and the work.
Yeah.
And the importance of putting the hustle behind, I would say to put an equal measure of importance for some of the things that are important to your heart, because at some point, whether you do X amount of volume, whether it's $100,000 more, $100,000 less, there's things that you can't replace with extra performance.
True.
That being said, by no means am I to tell you what to do and how to do it.
Yeah.
And there's times where you're so motivated, you're so passionate.
Yeah.
Just don't forget that they're not your friends, they're not your family.
This is true.
Yeah.
Because happiness is what people find,
Sure.
And between $1 million or $2 million, you're not going to be 50% more happy.
No, exactly. If you can find yourself in delivering this leadership, by the way, do you know John Maxwell?
Yeah.
21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. Great book. I'll send you the link. That's something, because as a leader, you're going to be tested all the time. You're going to be, you have to up your game all the time. You have to lift the lid. And sometimes it's like, fuck, what do I do? Whenever I would call Georges Bardagy and say, this happens, how do you deal with it? His answer is almost always lead by example.
Lead by example.
You want your team to do better.
Exactly.
And I think it's the same with everything. You want to be in a good relationship. You want your spouse to be happier, be happier. You want your kids to be healthy, be healthier. But so far, you seem to have the whole fucking package.
I try.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's every day. You start again.
Yeah.
It's, I don't think I get something pour acquis.
You don't take it for granted.
I don't take it for granted.
Sure.
Because it's the worst thing. Like
Absolutely.
in relationship.
Oh, yeah. So a lot has happened for you in the last 3 years.
A lot of
building
stuff.
the team.
Oh, yeah.
Building your house.
Yeah.
Chapeau.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think there's no secret.
No.
I mean, I met some people, like 900 agents in their agency, how do you do, how did you do it?
Yeah.
Grind.
Just fucking work harder, do better.
Work harder.
Yeah.
Grind. There's no secret.
There's no secret.
It's not about like IQ and get a bit.
No. The talent doesn't beat. I think it's an important component.
Yes.
Intelligence is an important component, but at the end of the day, just do what you got to do. You really have to be, I think, aligned with what's important to you. And if in this phase of your life, you're hitting all your notes, and you're doing it with passion, and you feel uplifted by lifting, the lid for other people, all the power to you. Do you journal?
Yes.
Awesome. That's so important.
Not enough.
Well, still.
But my coach is Louis-Pierre Mercier. I know you know
LP?
him.
Yeah, sure.
So it helped me a lot, like he very, very and now he's one of my best friends, so because I relate with him, it's like he knows my life, I know his life. So this is how I think you can get better. And
absolutely.
You need to be coachable too, because people, they get a coach, they don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to listen. They're not doing the stuff. I mean, you're going to pay, go elsewhere, So I think it's important to listen and be coachable as well. Awesome. This is how my real estate life changed, I've been doing this amount of transaction to 10 times that, because I got coach and I listened to everything he said.
And you applied.
And I applied it. Even
though sometimes you thought, hey, this is not working out.
80% of the time.
Yeah. Thank God for your dad who said to you, no, don't quit. Just find something else.
Exactly.
And and then keep pushing. Awesome. I like to end on two things. Is there a book that's inspired you?
How to make friends. How to make friends and influence people. And influence people.
Yeah, that's a classic.
This is because I have difficulties to read because I always get distracted.
Sure.
I have this big.
Have you done the 75? 75?
No. I kind of do it
naturally. You do it naturally. But the thing with the 75 is that the 10 pages a day helps.
I know. Yeah. This is good,
if you
right?
have a hard time reading, 10 pages a day, it's a minimum. You can't do less. You can do more.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised. At the end of the month, you finished a book. So, I never would have thought.
I follow your Instagram page, so I feel like I read 10 pages a day,
Oh, that's okay.
It's very inspiring. Okay. I'm just going to go to see what Seb posted.
Nice.
And I'm going to be good.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And I look at your pages, I'm like, fuck, row harder.
Yeah. This is the thing.
Yeah.
We need
sure. I like to end with this. So there's that book, obviously, and we're going to put it with every guest. And I like to ask every guest to look at themselves, which is his camera, celle-là ici. And Sacha, on va faire ce bruit-là en français.
Ouais.
J'aimerais ça que tu te parles à toi-même dans 10 ans avec certaines choses spécifiques que tu veux être ou que tu vas avoir atteint ou que tu vas avoir fait, because we're going to be sending back to you in 10 years. And this is a way for you to...
OK. Sois authentique, sois différent, n'aie pas peur d'aimer les gens, puis fais-toi confiance. Puis le monde est à toi.
Anything that you want to do specifically? Say, hey, by then, I would like to have done this or gone there.
Dans 10 ans, j'aimerais que mes parents aient plus besoin de travailler, ni que mes soeurs aient besoin de travailler, ni que ma conjointe ait besoin de travailler, puis que ce soit vraiment une question juste d'aider les gens autour de nous.
Fantastic. So you want your success to evolve into significance, and where your success becomes other people's success, and you want to give back.
One of my big goals was to buy my mom's a brand new car. She never had a new car, so now she has it. So next thing is the house, and
Yeah. Awesome.
I owe them that.
Yeah, there's a lot of gratitude in you. It's felt, and there's a great energy, and I think anybody who surrounds themselves by you has everything to win.
Thank you
Sacha,
very much.
thank you for coming. We really appreciate it.
Grazie
and
mille.
I'll see you in December for that workout.
Let's
and that
go,
cold
man.
plunge. Awesome.
Let's go. I'm ready.